Have a good night. And I hope you find your way. He turns on his heel in a manner quite militaristic and begins traversing down the opposite path, away from Arnie, away from the one light that is in between the two of them, away from you, leaving Arnie speechless.
Okay, I was gonna say gut reaction right now. I feel like this guy is like some like follower of Aventor or something, but he's a knight, so that's so weird. Or knight prospect. Very strange. But regardless, once Vital is out of sight and presumably out of earshot,
Arnie does go over to like a nearby stall. It's closed up. There's not really anything there, but he just sort of sits down and leans against it, just staring at the night, the rest of the dim fairgrounds, at nothing.
Mm-hmm. Sound like he was gonna talk to himself.
No, he's not talking to himself. He's just sighing in frustration, I guess, groaning.
Then, after a moment of contemplation, Falk will probably ask Irina as well, like, do you think we should make ourselves known?
I don't know.
What to do?
I will tell you, there's no insight check that will tell you whether it's better or worse for you to leave him alone versus talk to him. Both options are equally suitable.
I think, yeah, I'm going with my gut here. I think Falk will say, he looks like he needs a friend right now.
Yeah.
And he'll step out, raising his voice to say, "There you are," as he approaches.
Ah.
Oh, didn't mean to scare you.
It's a bit late at night to be walking around, don't you think?
I could say the same to you. I just got up to take a leak. I saw your tent was closed.
Roll a deception check.
So your tent was empty. I mean,
He doesn't.
I suppose Irina helps. Oh no.
For the sake of a friend, yes.
Alright.
Ooh!
Nothing!
Ouch.
Nope.
You have a D8.
Oh, I do have a D8.
You only have
Yes.
+2.
Shadow operative nearby.
Hey, easy.
Hey.
Ooh,
Base
easy
diva.
as.
I lead others to that which I do not touch. Took a lake and took a straw, eh? Yeah, I guess I'll follow you for
Well,
that.
like I said, your tent was empty. I was wondering what you were getting up to.
Just...
Out for a walk.
yeah. Couldn't sleep. I guess that's something me and Mina share sometimes. But she's doing a lot better these days, eh?
Not slowly. She seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, well... she's got that spectral dog or what's it. So... and she's pretty happy with that. Put her to bed easy.
It's less that she has. Marama?
Marama.
Marama. It's just that she has Marama, and more that she has purpose, I think. Direction. Something to strive for.
No insight check necessary. As soon as you say the word purpose, he dips, his posture dips.
Yep.
Yeah. Guess so. Well, I think I'll take enough of a walk. You wanna head back to camp?
Are you sure?
No. Not really.
I'm going to head back. You don't need to come with me. Maybe you just need to go where your feet take you, yeah? Just
Roll
scream.
me a persuasion check at advantage.
Just scream really loudly if something bad happens.
I mean, that'll be a fast way to get the guards, I'm sure.
Might be the guards you need. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, you have... she's just dispensing them onto you, so you have 3 more left.
So 15 plus 7.
You're rolling so well on these, holy shit.
Not just the d8s.
I mean, yeah, but that's enough to
yeah,
bring it
that's
back,
all
I
we
guess.
need. Mm-hmm.
You think you stay out, or are you just gonna get back to bed?
Is he asking, did he say stay up or stay out?
Up, but technically both.
I could stay up for you if you'd like.
Won't be long, just wanna pick your mind on a few things. If
Just
he
mine,
gestures
or-
at... Well, if you got Arena with you, then yeah. She's a pretty smart lady.
Mhm.
She apparates half onto you, so her legs are still disapparated. If you guys don't want to take a bit of a walk. He gestures, like ushering you down the path.
I'll make an exception for you.
Appreciate it. So, let's go down. Walking in quiet for at least a couple minutes. Start taking in the sights, the cool night air. But eventually Arnie does break the quiet. Question for you. You ever feel like you're out of place? I mean, don't mean like a sfjog and you learn, yeah, because imagine that. But just, I don't know. He looks at you, then to Irina. No, maybe not.
I did.
Did.
You're not... I mean, you're an anarchist, a criminal, or at least you were, whatever you consider yourself now. Dahlia is a wandering, dare I say, savage from the Trugale Peninsula. Jin is a noble-born warrior from a place I will probably never go to. Badger is cannon fodder. Roma is a street urchin, which I can relate to, but she carries herself with a certain grace that I never could. And Caradoc is, well, you know Caradoc.
Yeah.
When we all got together through circumstance in Valkester, I had considered myself a soldier first and foremost, who has seen horrors that I thought no one should be subjected to, that no one could be subjected to besides me. How self-centered, right?
I mean, in a place like that, he shrugs. Sort of likely tendency, isn't it?
I learned very quickly that I'm a lot more relatable to others than I initially thought. But there was that time where I did not fit in.
What changed?
Circumstance. And, well, I allowed it to happen.
You feel any different? Still think yourself a soldier? Or are you something else now?
I'll never outgrow the soldiering. I'll never stop being a dragoon at heart. That's Sviarian teaching for you. A nation of soldiers. But right now, surrounded by friends, gestures towards Arnie. Wearing this, gestures towards the coin around his neck. A dragoon I may always be, but I feel very much the Pathfinder right now.
He turned his attention, his gaze from you back forward towards the path.
What about Arnie? Is he still a black hat anarchist?
Now, sort of wish he was there. Things were easier, simpler back then.
Because you didn't need to covet anything besides your own freedom.
Yeah. Roll me an insight check. At advantage, because...
Thank you, Irina! My beloved. 18's fine.
Yeah. Sort of like Road Trader or any of the other Owlcat games. I'll start trickling in some bits and pieces as a result of the 18. Talking about his earlier days and how they were simpler, you see him like grow dour for a moment at that. Oh, a confirmation of what Vital was calling him out on. The path of least resistance and most amusement. But he continues, washing the flashback from his mind, or he's trying to. I'm being perfectly honest, mate. I mean, obviously I feel out of place, so I also want to ask the bloody question out.
I figured.
But not like, I know, so it's out of place like you. Well, when we were in Glen Wayne, I took a walk around the place. Populated city, full of free roamers and Eulonians alike. Plenty of pubs, alchemy shops, and other, carpenters and scribes and things like that. Things I dabbled in for jobs growing up. But of all the people, I just felt more out of place. And no offense to you or anyone, the Pathfinders, that I feel the same way. Doesn't matter how many people there is. Just, I think it's worse the more there is. Like right now, you and me walking right now, I feel better. So appreciate that, mate. But it's only us two here, But three, sorry, Marina. It's okay. So,
Do you feel more at peace when you're alone?
I guess, yeah. But he rubs his head on the back, or rubs the back of his head. I want to say this. It feels more peaceful, yeah. But he shakes his head slowly and picks some momentum. I just feel like, I'm not looking for peace. I'm looking for happiness or joy or something. Amusement. Whatever, right?
Sure. How did you start being a black hat? When did that begin?
Well, I was friends with Dell. When things went to shit, I was with him. Dell knew Jackson, and then Jackson, was a pretty course, cornerstone of the Black Hat, so he took Dell took me, and, here we are. I caught Andrew's eye, taught me a few things about alchemy. I already knew a bit. I got the feeling that Andre was taking anyone that could keep their fingers on him from experiments, and yeah, then the rest.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like you belonged there?
He thinks for a moment. Yeah, in a way. But I don't know how true it is. I mean, all of us Black Hats, we knew times were gonna end. Either the plague would roll through the town, take everyone, or order would be reinstituted. Or, of course, just fucking die, right? We knew it was going to end one way or the other, so I don't know, just sort of felt different. Everyone sort of cut loose. People you wouldn't be friends with, you were friends with. Things that you wouldn't have done, you did. Because you knew that this was your one shot.
It all felt so impermanent. Like at any moment, you could be struck down.
Yeah. Felt like a dream that you could wake up from any moment. I guess for the Black Cats it was a favorite dream, but a dream nonetheless.
Only the end never came. And now you're here.
Now I think I went from one dream to the next. Ain't that like dreams? Changing with no rhyme or reason. Except, yeah. Of all the things I've done up till now, so follow me. I'm not guilty about any of it. Maybe that's me being a bastard. No conscience. But he shrugs. Don't really feel anything for it. With your 18 insight.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel really any major regret towards things that happened. He's pretty truthful on that, but there is some pain, some tinge that hits him when he talks about him being a man without a conscience.
Does he wish he did have one?
Slightly.
Slightly.
Make me another insight check. You'll still hold the 18 for general purposes, but let's see if this is like a dig deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh.
It's hard to say.
I'm gonna fix that. Yeah.
I can give you some degree of success if you roll well enough.
Oh, on the D8.
Yeah, on the D8, because you're at a 9 right now. So if you got a 15 total, that's like what, 6, 7, 8. So
yeah,
not a 50-50.
I don't want to waste it.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's hard to say then. So here we are.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yours is a very unique problem. And I'm no Sigmund Freud. You don't know Sigmund Freud.
Shakes his head.
I'm no professional.
If you're a professional mind doctor and a soldier, I'd be pretty impressed.
Mind doctors don't get sent to the front.
That's why I'd be
People that
impressed.
are sent to the front get sent to the mind doctors.
Fair enough.
If they survive. But regardless, my point being that I don't have some perfect wisdom to share with you. I doubt Irina does too. And she just kind of like looks up and to the left at this vague, like red spore before it flitters
She's
out.
apparated on you right now. Half
Oh, perfect.
apparated.
Yeah, then he looks up at her.
She shakes her head like, no.
But what we do have in droves is boundless support. The help that you need when you decide what course of action you want to take. And whether you feel like you belong or not, you always have a place at our side.
Thanks for that. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I
Didn't think you were. I won't say you're a good man, Arnie, but you're a fine man. And I consider you more and more to be a friend.
good man, fine man. Makes me feel like the world's thinking I should be a better man.
Fuck the world. What does Arnie think?
Hmm. Oof.
Oof. Does he get a D8?
Sure. I think it'll save it. It might. Nope. That's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. And he doesn't have any more luckies because he spent them all earlier. This
Hey,
is
crash.
Yeah. What?
One of your NPCs maybe whip my dick out this session.
That's one of the last ones you would think, too.
I had to whip my dick out. And I'm gonna.
Is that inspiring? Is that what you're asking?
I'm gonna.
Arnie specifically did say that was a memory for him now.
Give me an inspiration right fucking now.
No, not
We
the
have HR?
GD HR. No. Nah, mate. I'll take those charges. I have a defensive record of HR. It's okay.
Yeah, I did it. So what?
So what is that? An 11. Okay. Think on his wants and things that he's not cut out for. He's not gonna be cut out for it until he changes. Who sets the standards? Maybe it's the world. Maybe it's gestures at Green Chapel in the distance. Some Devonian high esteem. Dunno. Regardless, something more than he is now. But and he's just a wanderer.
Aventor. We know about Aventor now, right? Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Because Myrtle told you guys about Aventor directly.
Yes. God of adventurers. God of wandering as well? Is that a sort of well-known thing, or is that... as long as it's not like a stretch for me to equate
I would say
wandering
sort of is, because the big part of adventuring and Aventor is he's a god, he's a god of adventurers, but specifically he's the god of madness and escape.
Right.
So thusly, that's why it's called adventuring, because you'd have to be insane to want to escape whatever life you had to be an adventurer, which is like stupid suicidal.
Right.
So in a way, wanderers, but not all who wander are mad.
Okay. Not all who wander are lost.
Exactly.
Arnie the Wanderer. That's a nice kick to it, I think.
Don't want to be a wanderer. I don't think, at least. Just what I am. He just sighs with a groan of frustration.
I don't want you to not have all the answers you want. I don't have the answers you want. So the only thing left for us to do is to find the answers you're looking for. Of course, if I wake up tomorrow and your tent is packed up and there's no Arnie in sight, that becomes a lot harder to do.
Maybe I'll find something calling to me.
Would you leave a note, at the very least?
Yeah. Probably come say goodbye directly, honestly. It depends on what the speed and urgency is. Not saying I'm gonna leave tomorrow, by the way. Just saying if.
Nods. How about this? Similar to how Fires has talked about leaving us. to pursue his own goals. At least give us until we're done here in Eulonia. For all we know, your purpose lies here. At least within the borders, not staying in Eulonia, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. I'm not gonna promise that, but can't really promise on something I don't know about, right? But
if you did promise it, I wouldn't believe you anyway.
Well, that's a will for me. So we're here in Eulonia. I mean, how I just talked to a night prospect. He had a lot of cutting words to say. Didn't think I'd hear Eulonia be so vicious.
Cutting words. Must have been the Severus.
Which one was that one?
Vitol?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was him. Maybe one of them Severus have an answer. Maybe the Passionates do, maybe some other not. The Eulonia Knights wouldn't be surprised if I become a pet project for earning esteem or some shit. Dunno, but he shrugs. If the help is right. Yeah, don't worry, not leaving yet.
Sorry if this conversation didn't give you what you were looking for.
Nah, it's alright. Don't know what I was expecting for the conversation. Your 18 insight tells you. He catches himself using that phrase again. Wasn't expecting anything. Don't know what I expected. It all streamlines into the single phrase, I don't know what I want. But, yeah.
I think
Don't
he reaches out. Is he wearing like his? I assume he's not wearing like his kit right now.
No, not his. Yeah, no. He has gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for that.
Falk will turn towards him. I assume he turns towards Falk as well.
Yeah.
He'll reach out and sort of like straighten up his garb, brush off his shoulders, pull out the bottom of his waistcoat.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Let me know if you found out before me.
Honestly, he reaches up and like straightens his top hat, pulls back a little bit, reaches out, skews it again. Looks better that way. To be honest, I have more faith that you will find out first. It's your mind, after all.
Fingers crossed.
You heading back?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so now.
Well, right this way, my lord.
Don't start calling me that.
Well, you're the one that had a one-on-one talk with A. Severus. I don't think any of us have done that.
That means you gotta start calling fires, my lord, if he's gonna be shacking up with a lady.
I mean, that's certainly more likely. But at the very least, maybe you'll leave Eulonia a knight errant of some kind.
Not errant. Yeah. Let's see. I might, if you don't mind, skip out on the accuracy game and stuff tomorrow.
In favor of what?
Wondering, I guess. I know, I just don't want to bring down anyone's mood with, me being all mopey. Got a lot of, inquisitive eyes at the saloon earlier.
Well,
Back in Eulonia and stuff. More than a few of them came up to me and asked if I was alright. What a place.
well, I'm not going to make you accompany me, but if it's bringing down my mood you're worried about, thinking of where my good friend Arnie is this whole time might accomplish that.
Wild words.
You know, you're the first person to ever say that to me.
He looks at Irina, and Irina thinks about it for a moment. I guess I've never said exactly that. I mean, technically speaking, no, she's not said exactly that. She said other words of encouragement, but not that. Well, happy to be the first one to add it to your memory. And thanks, Mike. Don't know if I feel like I'm gotten any more direction, but I feel a little bit better. So if it stays.
There's a slow nod. I think you can only go up from here, Arnie.
Now that I'll agree with. I feel like rock bottom. Can't get lower.
All that's left is the climb. That's going to be hard.
You know it slowly. Well, I guess that's the point of purpose, isn't it? To struggle for it.
I think you'll have an easier time than me, though. It's a lot easier to climb when you're not on horseback.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's a lot easier when you got a lovely lady around your side.
Well, the lovely lady came a ways into the climb.
Yeah. Still help, though.
It does now. We'll get you a lovely lady if that's what you want. A lovely one.
Yeah.
Not like she who shall not be named. Sorry,
Yeah,
Kirsty.
No, it's fine. Go for it.
I don't know if I have enough heart left to break for any romantic ventures. It's not right now.
No, you just need someone compatible.
Yeah. Well, this place works miracles, so who knows? Oh, it's back at camp now. I'm gonna sleep on it. See if I'll join you tomorrow. Try to sleep on it at least.
Right, I will check in maybe a half hour's time to see if you're really asleep.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do that, mate. I can sit with him. Okay, no, you guys don't need to like mother hen me. I can find rest myself.
My tent's big enough for all of us.
Okay, I appreciate that, but just go to my own tent.
All right,
Go to my own tent.
Another night then. Another night.
No, I'm not gonna question that. You can walk over. You guys like getting towards your campground now, and he begins splitting off. I'm just gonna try to go to bed.
Good night, Arnie.
Not Emmerich, not Arena. Good night. He goes through the folds of his tent.
I was just thinking that shit.
Oh, God.
New throuple. Who it is?
He's an anarchist. He's probably into the free love or something, right?
Oh my god.
As Arnie goes into his tent, you do see Eva emerging out from shadow in the tree line. Looking pitiful at Arnie's tent. Pitifully at Arnie's tent.
Right. Approach her. Or I assume she approaches me.
Yeah, you guys can meet halfway.
Yeah. Cross my arms. What do you think?
I think you've given him kind words. But
How much?
as the Night Prospect said, that might not be enough.
Not slowly.
I like that prospect. How fitting, of course, that he's a Severist.
Mm-hmm. Jen didn't hold back on what he had to say.
No. But Arnie wasn't due it either. In a way,
What?
he wasn't due like any
Yeah.
pullback. Yeah. But in a way, I think he got the fullest extent of care he could from a Severist. unminced words, harsh truths. That, she nods, is realistic, true to Severus. They are so cruel because they care. She smirks. Leave it to the Yelonians.
Even the villains are heroes.
Indeed. Don't worry about Arnie. I'll make sure he goes to bed.
Slowly turn my head towards her. Like there's a creaking in my neck with how slow it is.
I'm not going to use drugs on him if that's what you're wondering.
I was expecting a chokehold.
Ah, that would work. No. I'll check in on him and see. Covertly, of course.
Of course.
And if he's not, then perhaps a chokehold will be necessary, or perhaps she does a twiddle of her fingers like some mystical idea emerges from it. Some enchantments. Not the first time I've done it at this point. Although, as I've learned from Mina, it doesn't exactly keep them there.
That's right, yeah. When did she use that on Mina?
When you guys are at the lakeside.
That's right, yeah. Not slowly. Do you think we can help him? Do you care to?
Do I care to? No. With no offense to Arnie,
You don't know him.
I don't know him. Nor do I. Don't get me wrong, his mortar and things like that would be of quite martial help, but. Well. Perhaps I will help him then. Roll me an insight check.
Uh-oh. Straight?
Advantage.
Thank you.
You don't get a bargain on this one, for obvious reason.
Yeah, right. 20.
A dirty 20.
Alright.
And the Eva beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. You definitely catch that she turned heel and caught her. She caught, in order of operation, caught herself and then turned heel on it.
What was the original thing she said?
That she wasn't going to help him.
Oh, right.
But then she turned heel like, he has a good martial asset, so I guess I will help him. Or at least keep him around.
She's finding an excuse. Alright. That's how I'll choose to see it. Folk kind of tilts his head as he gives her a side eye. You know, you could make a fine arbiter. Anbieter.
No, I've considered it already. To put frankly, he's too unstable. Not speaking in terms of his alchemical explosive volatility. If anything, that's a merit. No.
Yeah.
He's too unstable to keep around as an agent. Too loose-lipped. And to be frank, I doubt he'd withstand any amount of torture, should it hit him. No.
Tact can be taught, but not pain tolerance.
I imagine he has a high pain tolerance, but there are other means of coercion than pain. So, it's an interesting idea, but she shakes her head. Not the best one.
So what did you have in mind then? For this martial asset?
I don't know. Not yet. Some agenda will have to be worked upon. Some outlining of what it seems like he gravitates towards as well. He might not know what he's looking for, but he's a brash individual. He'll gravitate towards things naturally. Should those things be observed and acted upon, we might be able to lead him to what he seeks, even if he doesn't know what it is himself. But of course, as the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Did you purposefully use a horse analogy for me, or?
She smiles at you, but doesn't say anything. Anyways, what Vital said was right. All the words and encouragement in the world does nothing if he is unwilling to learn the lesson himself. We can't learn for him.
Understood.
Now, it's a question of what is it he has to learn.
That I don't think we can answer tonight.
I think it's, in a reductive way, binaric. He either learns to accept himself for who he is and lean into it, or he learns what he wants and how to change into it. Like force. It is either static or is active. He has to be one. But right now he's trying to be both. And he can't. That's not how it works.
I think on all you've said. You give me a lot to think about.
Excellent.
Maybe not as much
it.
as Arnie, but that's his rub.
Indeed it is. So I suggest you take what I've said and sleep on it. It's an entire day tomorrow. We won't even have to travel to the tournament. We're already here. So you'll have more time in the day to do whatever it is you want to do. Which means you'll need your energy.
All that I want to do. Do you have enough time to do what you need to do?
She sighs. I don't know. I still haven't come up with any leads on Medico, nor an on-beater. Nor any idea why Lady Exolite had some faint recognition of me. To be quite frank, it's a bit frustrating.
How much do you look like?
Hmm?
How much do you look like your parents?
I look similar enough to my father, like any child would, and I don't know my mother.
Have you taken that into account?
My mother is Spharian. I doubt Lady Exola would recognize a Spharian.
Just because you doubt it doesn't mean it can't be true.
She rolls her eyes. I am a Spharian pureblood, Falk. Do you really think... Obviously, we're exceptions, but most citizens of the Empire don't leave the Empire. My father, yes. He's an oracle. My mother wasn't.
Then your father's the more likely option, isn't he?
If Lady Exolet recognizes me by my father's virtues, I would be surprised first and foremost. Secondly, I would be concerned. I doubt my father's operations here were well spotted. Which means, for her to make that connection means that she's in a circle of... Well, even bright lights like you and I have shadows.
That's the one that Caradoc thought he was being followed or being questioned by earlier.
Indeed. It does make me wonder if the Order of Nightshade is on the site. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't. They are infamous, after all. But at the same time, it's not wise to make assumptions in espionage.
A once-in-a-century tournament. You'd think that everyone who's anyone would be here. But where does that leave the Nightshade, who are nobody?
A very good question. We've not broken any rules, creeds, laws, or anything of the sort, so we're fine. But keep an eye out.
We may be on notice, of course.
Perhaps. Alright. Let's call it a night.
Well, I'll call it a night. You are far from clocking out, I imagine. No, you wouldn't say clocking out, that's probably not a phrase.
It should be. The time clock is actually a pretty old device.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Punch clocks are pretty straightforward.
When
Yeah.
do you find the time to sleep?
I sleep very, very minimally. That's how. I find less time. She shrugs. Part of my upbringing.
Yeah.
But don't worry. I still have plenty of rest to keep myself operational.
Operation. Right. Have a good night, and thank you for the help.
I did nothing. You were the one speaking. She turns around and walks away.
Yeah, she was fun carrying, though.
Roll better on your d20, damn it.
That's what she's saying. Shooting me with her fucking inspiration gun.
It's like Anna from Overwatch.
Yep.
Pew, pew, pew. So,
Right.
you go to bed.
Yep.
And Arnie does find his rest. I was actually wondering about that, because if not, he was about to catch an exhaustion save. But, all is well in the world. I'm just gonna get rid of you guys. There. So, the morning arriveth,